Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. I wasn't even going to make a video of this because I had to get my camera out and all this. But you know what? That's what it's about, my channel. Showing you all kinds of stuff. And I'm going to do something with these shelves. Now, what is it I'm going to do? Well, there's some upper cabinets up here. Not in these cabinets, but a different condo. They have some adjustable shelves like this, see? Now, each one of these cabinets initially came with 2 shelves. So I already cut one and added over here for my cabinets. Now see this? There's only 2 shelves here, and that's okay, but I could put another one there, but I was going to put tall stuff up there, and then I had the small glasses, and so that's why I've made another little shelf like that. Okay, so there's a tip for you. Utilize your cabinet space by adding another shelf, and you can get those shelves at my favorite store, the Home Depot. Yeah, it's called the Home Depot, not Home Depot. Next time you're there, look for the sign. Now this stuff here, you can buy at 2-foot lengths, 4-foot, 6-foot, 8-foot, and you can find different widths. This one happens to be almost a foot wide, 11 and a quarter, but I need 10 and 5/8 inches. And they didn't have anything like that, so I'm going to have to cut this down. That's what all this stuff is here for. I bought this little Ryobi saw, and it came with the nice little flashlight and the lithium batteries, and it came with this cool thing here, and it even came with a sawzall here, and I've got a drill down in here, a battery charger and 2 batteries. Here's the batteries. And I'm gonna try this little saw out, but let me talk about these shelves a little bit. Went to the store, I pre-measured the length of these first, and they'll cut them for you right at the store. All you got to do is ask. You know, this was an 8-foot piece, and I got 3 pieces out of it, and it was way cheaper to buy an 8-foot piece. This is laminate. This is like melamine, and it's finished. See, on both sides, and this has a nice straight flat finish there. The other shelving has kind of a bow, a rolled edge there. Well, I like the straight because it matches the cabinets, the shelves in there. And see, this side has just the particle board edge. That's going to go to the back anyway, so I don't really care about that, do I? Isn't that nice? That 8-foot shelf was like $14.98. You go over to another area of the store, and you can buy a 2-foot piece for like $9 or $10. So you get 3 pieces, and you could spend $30 if you just don't go to the right place in the store. Okay, so that's why I've got my little lanai open here, and I'm gonna set these shelves right down in here. So I've got to take these shelves, and I'm just gonna use my little battery operated saw, and it also came with the blade, and you know, I had to use my own Allen wrenches. I'm glad I had a little Allen wrench set because I don't think it came with one. I looked around for it. Make sure your battery, see, this is where the battery flips in here. Oh shoot, now this came out. Okay, make sure the battery is not in here while you're messing around, but it has a trigger here, so you have to kind of push on it, then click this to get the saw to go. So that I kind of like that safety feature on there. Okay, so there's a little arrow here. If you're unsure of which way to put this blade, you can look at the owner's manual and stuff. And I'm just kind of getting this set up in order to cut these. And so basically, I just wanted to show you, you know, some tips on if you need to do some shelving, go to the store and look for melamine shelving. There's a little latch over here. I've got to press that down, and then that holds my blade. This little button right here. Okay, there we go. Look for melamine shelving, you know, at your store. And I've got I've got some eyewear on. This stuff flies all over the place, and I've got some earplugs in. Actually, I've got toilet paper in my ears for my earplugs. I do have some little earplugs down in here in my nail bag, and I got a little pad that I can kneel on. And I've got to cut this stuff and get ready to take it over to another condo so they have some shelves. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not going to cut these shelves inside the condo. Forget that mess. I'm just going to show you quickly how to mark this, because you don't need anything. I'm going to mark this just with the stuff I have here. I've got 10 5/8, and I've got to make sure that I remember where the back side is. The last thing you want to do is just start cutting. You think, oops, you just cut off your pre-finished edge. So I need 10 5/8. And so I'm just going to mark this at 10 5/8, just a couple marks like that. Now, what am I going to do? I'm just going to take one of these shelves here, and I'm going to use that as my straight edge. I'm going to hold that on there. I'm going to do from the back side because I don't want to mark the edge of that with my pencil, and then I have a black mark there, okay? So I'm just going to kind of hold that on there, 10 5/8. Got my 2 marks, hold that down. Construction pencil. You need to have a construction pencil. This is what you want, okay? Alright, so there, that's the bit I'm going to cut. Just like that. And let's just do it again, shall we? 10 5/8. If you don't know how to read a tape measure very well, I do have on my channel how to read an American tape measure, tips for reading a tape measure, something like that. Punch that in, type that in, and see what comes up on my channel. Okay, 10 5/8. And after you measure twice. This is what I usually say: measure twice, cut once. Last thing you want to do is make a mistake on your measuring. Okay? There. Now I'm going to take these outside, and see, I'm just going to set one on here, and I have to be careful with that. And then I'm going to cut it, because if you're not careful, this stuff slides on you. So you don't want to start cutting this and then go into your other board or something. You know, I'm going to have to be there like that, and then I'm probably going to set my blade, and on here there's a little goodie on the side where I can adjust this here. See, and I'm going to do it so it's just down below that. I'm going to feel that like that, and then I can tighten that up and see if it tightens up. Yeah, it does. Okay, there. Now I can take this outside. I'm kind of curious, you know, whenever you work with power tools, be careful. Yeah, cut your hand off in a second, or your finger, or whatever. Okay, so now I know I'm going to have to push that like that. I guess if I was left-handed, yeah, so see, you can push this button either way. That's kind of slick. Okay, nice little carbide tip blade. You know, be careful with your tools, will you? Okay, so now I'm just going to take those outside. I don't want to do it in here. I get sawdust all over the place. I would get in trouble.